Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya and this is Saguaro, my desert core island. Today we're going to be working on a gorge or a canyon view on my desert island. It's something that I said that I was not going to do on this island because I wanted it to be completely flat, but as I've been looking at more inspiration for desert islands, I think, why the heck not, right? They look beautiful. They require a absolute metric ton of termite bounds, and they're really cool. So let's do it. That's what we're doing today. What I've done here is I've built up 2 layers of terraforming over here like this for like a gorge area, and I'm gonna add in like a little ladder over here, and I'll build that other side with the right up as well, so you can kind of get like a gorge overlook. I stopped myself. I was working on this and I was like, ooh, a canyon, that's the word. Oh my gosh. So, as I was saying, the first thing that I had to do was build out this little kind of like overlook area. I just wanted there to be a little section of second layer terraforming so that you can get a higher viewpoint and still see that there's stuff that's higher than where you are. So you kind of get that perspective down through the canyon. So this is kind of just like a little overlook area. I will be popping in and out of the recording as voiceover Taya. I did record this with the members of the channel, the Goldie Branches, so I'll be tossing their comments in here and there as well. Originally, when I was recording this with the Goldie Branches, I thought that I would be making a Forgotten City build, but first I had to start with this canyon that would lead you down the path towards the Forgotten City, but I vastly underestimated how long this would take. In hindsight, I probably could have built this entire base terraforming off camera, loaded up with the termite mounds, and then we could have just been finessing and decorating on stream. Hindsight truly is 2020. I would say for anyone who's interested in doing a build like this, just get hundreds of termite mounds. Just pocket loads and pocket loads. I need to go back and get even more so that I can complete it. Hello again. I know it's been like literally 1 second, but I actually took a large break on this because my computer was having a freak out and now it seems to be working okay. But the major thing that's happened in between those 2 clips of audio is that I went and toured all of my past islands and got some major inspiration for what I need to do with Saguaro. So now editing this back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so many ideas now.
Lovers in a dangerous time.
Is that a Canadian song? I feel like that's a Canadian song. Who's that by?
Lovers in a dangerous time.
Bare Naked Ladies. Okay, I was gonna say Bare Naked Ladies, but I wasn't fully sure. Just classic Canada. Oh yeah, see? That's a gorge. Now that's a canyon. Okay, so I've got this part, and then when you get to the end of it, I want to have like a little ruined city back here. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it, probably with a lot of the ruined items, but I want to build up this 3rd level at the back here as well. One of the ideas that I got after viewing all of my past islands is that I used to vary color a lot on all my different islands and try actually not to be super consistent with the design across the entire island. So I think I'm going to use the black colorway of the ancient ruined pillars and items that are covered in vines and everything, the black version that has brown vines on it, to make this ruined abandoned city at the back of my island, which I'm super excited for. Now I gotta cover it in sand. This is the exciting part, guys. This is where it all is. This is where it happens, okay? I know this part seems like the boring part, but I saved it so that I could do it specially with you. Because I love you. Taya's love language is saving terraforming to do it with the people she loves. Exactly. Quality time, baby. I think also in a lot of ways, this build kind of represents a big change in Saguaro in general. Accepting the fact that I'm putting terraforming on what I thought would be a completely flat island has kind of opened up other areas that I think would be cool to have minimal terraforming. I still want to have this be mostly flat, but for example, areas right around where the resident services and bazaar builds are, I kind of want to make like a leveled up neighborhood and use some inclines and add some depth there, and also add some interest to the map, because man, some of the maps that I've made in the past, I was like, what was I doing? Who was this person who made these really detailed, elaborate maps? And I remembered a part of myself that I had forgotten. Another thing it also made me realize is how much thought I would put into the villager selection. So I think we need to do some more villager hunting on this island, and replacing some of the villagers that I was like, oh, I'll take them, they're perfect for now. None of that. I want the ultimate desert dreamies, and I want to get really specific and hunt those villagers down. Bones might match the aesthetic here. He might match the colors, but a dog does not belong in the desert. Like, that's cool. Oh, I should leave a portion of this open, like right here, so that you can look down into the canyon. Okay, so there'll be a couple of ladder spots needed to showcase this view. I went up there to put pathing. Oh my gosh. This was a very like karaoke-esque stream with the Goldie branches, and so we were talking about karaoke, and I ended up just belting out my favorite karaoke song, which is Total Eclipse of the Heart. I absolutely love it. Please enjoy this ear-shredding performance.
And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you'd only hold me tight, then we'd be holding on forever. And we'll only be making it right, 'cause we'll never be wrong. Together we can make it to the end of the line. You love me like a fairy all the time. I know that we can, I can't remember the lyrics. We're living in a party, taking to those sparks. I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Forever's gonna start too. Once upon a time there was blood in my life. Now there's only love in the dark. Nothing I can do. Total eclipse of the heart.
Bravo, stunning, amazing. Thank you for that excellent performance, Pastea, and I'm sorry to everybody's eardrums that are absolutely bleeding now. Where are my termite mounds? There's gonna be a lot. Okay, I thought that I had more. I don't think this is enough, but that's okay. I have got order bots all set up. That sounded so like ancient history.
I do have order bots set up on my computer.
We can make that happen when the moment calls for it. I just did the math really quick, and I used 67 termite mounds today while building. I do end up going to an order bot in a little bit. A little later on, we get a full pocket, so that's 40, and I started with 27 in my storage, so a total of 67 termite mounds, and it did not even get me all the way to the end of this build. I did end up going to another treasure island and picking up about like 14 more and putting them down, and I'm still nowhere near close to covering even just this one cliff area, so I honestly don't know how many more I need, but it's a lot. I know I always say,
Oh, we have to go to a treasure island.
and then we just never go because lazy. Because laziness. So you guys are gonna have to let me know if you like this style of editing where I'm adding in like clips from the live stream and voiceovers, or if you just like pure voiceover decorating with some musical interludes interspersed. Let me know which one you prefer. The audio did get a little bit mixed up on this recording because I accidentally recorded the game sound and my background music and my voice on the exact same track, which is not helpful because then I can't separate them away and be like, okay, here's just my voice for the audio. So that's unfortunate, but it's fine. Audio issues abound, but guess what, DaVinci Resolve? Guess what, editing software? I'm gonna win because I'm determined, and yes, you did make me cry a lot today, but you didn't win, and I'm still here at 6:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time editing a video. So take that software. Just me battling myself. And we time traveled into late October, so no more bright green summer grass. I decided to take out some of this foliage that was kind of throwing me off. I didn't really like how it made it feel more lush. This is supposed to be an arid desert canyon, not like a pretty walk in the park. We're gonna put in some tarantula and scorpion models later, for crying out loud. This is an arid, dangerous, rocky, dry land. I almost said humid, but humid and arid are literally the opposite. I did have to go back and check a lot of times to make sure that I was kind of balancing out all of these elements, and even still there are gaps that I'm not super happy with, but I will fill those with termite mounds eventually. Is that all? That's all the termite mounds that I had. I vastly underestimated how many termite mounds I would need. We got to go to order bot. We just need termite mounds. Like, we need a full entire pocket of just freaking termite mounds. Copy order command. Oh, the weeds took over a touch. But the brown does look a lot better. Oh, the entrance with the brown hedges. Interesting. Don't know how to feel about that. But it kind of matches with the gold. One thing that I will say is that this build has a very slow burn. It builds to a point where I'm just like kind of over it with the termite mounds. I'm over it with the terraforming and just putting sand everywhere and weeds, and it just feels very repetitive, and then all of a sudden it comes together. But one thing that I would suggest if you're doing this build for yourself is to lay the pathing down first on the ground floor as your like solid pathway through, and maybe decorate even as much of the ground floor as you can, because that was the part where everything really started to come together. After the ground floor was decorated, I was like, okay, we have a canyon right now. But I got so hyper focused on what these termite mounds look like in the background that I just got very sidetracked. I got very tunnel vision. I almost had canyon vision, if you will. Oh my god. But once I had this like right hand cliff pretty much scoped out the way that I wanted and had endless amounts of termite mounds on that side, I went back to the lookout point to start to see what areas I needed to fill in that would be in view. So I'm just doing the slight left hand side of this left bit of terraforming before I create a little seating area down below and start to add even more termite mounds like lower down, even some on the ground floor as well, to kind of hide the cliff edge. Which, if you see that exposed cliff edge to the left of me, I'm gonna have to fill in that whole side with termite mounds as well. And then I think I'm gonna put a villager house down in that little space that I've created, that little empty space before you get to the beach. I'm feeling like Alfonso might be a good one to put over there, but I'm not really sure. I don't know what your thoughts are. I still need to hunt for more villagers. As I was saying earlier, we got Bones that kind of was an autofill accident, and we've still got Flo on the island. I don't know if Piper is a forever dreamy either. I know I like Clay, but yeah, there's a lot going on this island still. I was thinking that I'm rushing through it, but I can still think of so many things that I want to do with this island, which is kind of exciting, actually. I'm looking forward to it. When I was on safari in South Africa, there were termite mounds all over the place. Some were massive. We just stopped and the ranger jumped out and opened a mound and said you can eat them. Then she ate some. Oh gosh. Just a light snack for the road. She said they tasted like minty pine. Absolutely not. As I was saying, this part was my favorite. Starting to decorate down on this ground floor. I still left quite a lot of space down here and tried to make the path pretty wide so that you could walk freely in that space and it would be, you know, not clogged up and laggy because there are about a bajillion termite mounds around. But adding in this sand path that I've been using everywhere ad nauseum, but then also adding in a cracked earth path. And I might go in and add a few more details of this cracked earth path because the combination of both of them kind of made it look like a dried out riverbed, which was interesting, and I kind of liked that. Honestly, this video is probably the most chaotic ever. I'm like interspersing my own thoughts from like the real time and then these voiceovers, and my computer every 5 seconds is like freaking out. I've been editing this on 2 separate computers to try to make it happen, and it sounds like a plane is taking off every time I press play or try to record. So if this is the most chaotic thing ever, I don't want to hear it. I don't care, because guess what? I made it and it happened and I persisted, and F you, computer. You don't control me. A snake. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about nail polish. Do you wear nail polish? I love wearing nail polish. Do you get your nails done at a salon? Do you paint them yourselves? I have just been wearing this like bright neon pink that I am obsessed with. But just now, as I was recording and I needed a little bit of a break to clear my mind, I removed my nail polish, and now my nails feel so naked and I need to paint them, but I don't know what color to paint them. And I think I just want to do that bright neon pink again, but I can't do that. I just have to change it just for the sake of changing it. That's what I have to do. Oh gosh, so many creepy crawlies everywhere. I freaking love it. Oh my goodness. It's honestly crazy what the perspective of seeing my previous islands has given to me, because coming back and seeing Saguaro, and I even did a little bit of extra terraforming just today on a completely other part of the island, and just seeing all of the different spaces that I've created in Animal Crossing over time has really inspired me to go back and add even more detail to each build. I think I've gotten really comfortable with doing these like super giant builds on my island, and they are fun, don't get me wrong, and they really do add like big time impact to the island. It's still nice to have areas that are really big and then areas that are a lot smaller. This is a big build, but we're kind of building half of it first, and then the next half, which is the Forgotten Lost City, will come kind of after I finished off this canyon area. So I think I'm spacing it out a little bit better, but in the future I'd like to do some small builds around the island, some transition areas as well, to add that depth and character. Da 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 da. He should get smaller as he goes. Da 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 da. Doop. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm losing my mind. Thank you so much everybody for watching today. Give it a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're not already to see how this island shapes up going forward. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye everybody. Oh no. Oh gosh, that is actually so scary. I apologize to everybody who's watching this on their television. Just two friends having a good time.